What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on Ford Taurus. Got 24 valve dual overhead cam. So it's the SE model. Now, y'all really can't see in here, but we're going to be doing motor mounts on this. I have my light in my pocket somewhere. Hold on. There we go. The back motor mount is right here, and you got a 3-bolt, and then underneath there is a bolt, and then there is a front mount right here. I think it's got a bolt that goes through the front. On this side comes in from the front to the back, and then there should be a bolt underneath right there. Yeah. Looks like it's got like a little lineup pin so you can put it in right. I think both of them may. No. Here's the new one on the back. It doesn't have a lineup pin, but that really doesn't matter too much. But the front's got the lineup pin. But you can see you'll have to kind of get your hand in through here. It might be a little bit of a pain in the butt to do this. I'm in the fender well on the passenger side. But I just wanted to show y'all where they were. First, the back one's going to be the easier one to access. Getting it out might be a little bit different, but getting to the bolts are easy. But let me gather my tools. I got them on the floor over here, but I just got to get situated, get the right sockets and everything, and then I'll bring y'all back and we'll make sure we get all this stuff done right, and I get you all the correct torque specs. Now, torquing this one up here, that may choose to be a different feat. I don't know if I can get in here easily or not, but we'll see. Alright, so we got a screw jack underneath there, and that bolt right there is a 13. I should be able to get in there. There's just enough pressure to keep it from falling all the way down. Now we'll have to jack it up a little bit more. Keep knocking that all around. Get it out. Yeah. Move this brake line a little bit. There we go. It's just some cramped quarters in here. But here's your bolt. Now on the bottom, you'll have to go through, hold on, I'll show it to you. Yeah, just kind of had y'all sitting up on the transmission jack. You have to go up. Here's your exhaust, and there's your nut right there. The one on the car is a 21, and then on the new one, it is a 19 actually. So we're gonna go through the bottom. I'm not just using a lug nut socket because it's impact rated and all that good stuff, but I'm going to use this and zip that off real quick, and then we'll see how we can fish this out of here. Hopefully we should be able to come out pretty easy. Alright, so I jacked the engine up enough and it brought the mount with it, and we should be up enough. Oops, there it goes. Should be able to pry it out. There we go. That is out of the socket. See if we can get it up and out of here. See if I can pull it out of the way. Come on, get out of there. just a little tight up in here. I think I see what the problem is too with getting this out. Tie rod end is right in the way, and that brake line is right in the way. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. There's a lot of maneuvering you have to do to get this out. I can see how. Try to get you onto some sunlight. Ooh, if I don't fall. See how it's all busted up, it's broken there. I feel like this is the main one, but we're gonna go ahead and do both. I knew this one was bad. It's kind of hard to tell on the other one if it was bad. But you can see the area you get to work with. You ain't got a lot of room, so you just got to play with it to kind of get it out. I had to. Oh, where's the? So it was sitting in here like that. I had to lift it up, kick it out, push it down, flip it, bring it up. Now it's kind of wiggled it out and maneuvered it. It's a long drawn out process, but we got it. So now we'll start putting this new one back in and see what we can do. Yeah, you can see all the oil and stuff on these engines. But let me try to put this one back in, and then once I get it in, I will come back and tell you our torque specs on this one, then we'll try to tackle this front one. I am going to pull all of this right here off, which center fender is about to come out anyway. So, but I will pull that out just so we can get better view up inside of there. Alright, mount is in, and the little bolt torques to 52 to 70. You can go anywhere between there, and then the big bolt on the bottom is 75 to 102 actually, and it is the same for this one. This front bolt is going to be 52 to 70, and then the bottom one is going to be 75 to 102. But I'm gonna pull these off real quick. It's just some little pop clips, and most of this is already loose, it looks like. And then we can just pull this out. So now I got the cover off. You can see how much more room we got. There should be a bolt on the front of this, maybe two actually. I don't know, I can't really see. I may have to pull the old one out. And then there's that big one right there on the bottom. That's the 21 as well. And I just reused those nuts rather than the ones they sent with us because they are a lock nut and they are look like they're sturdier nut as well. So I'm going to try to take this bolt off and then the nut on the back or bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and take the one on the bottom off first, and we're gonna have to jack this up some, and then let's see which way this is going to have to come out. It's probably going to have to come out through this little hole right here. If my guess, that's probably where it's going to have to go. So yeah, let's see if we can get this out. We got both of the upper bolts off and the lower one. You can see it's kind of really loose in there. Yeah, I got the engine jacked up a little bit just so it's got the tension off of it. So I was going to show you all something different, but the way I got to the bolt on this side was through this inner fender well. Then I had to take this piece right here off. It's just 4, 5, 6, I think it's 6, like 8 millimeters, and then it comes right out. And then to get the other side, I had to go in through underneath, and I went on top of this line. I think it's the AC line. Went on top of that and broke it loose. But I did take tension off of the engine first, just because it made things a lot easier to break it loose. But it is really tight up in here, so I will say you're gonna have fun getting to this. but I just kind of put my hand in here and went and got it. But you can see it is super loose. Hopefully we got enough room to get it out. So, let's see what we can do. Either way, it's gonna be fun getting this out of here. So I don't know how it can come out. It's just hitting everything. I don't want to put too much tension on this engine to get it out. There's really nowhere to pull this thing out of. Let me see what I can figure out and try to get this out, because this is going to be interesting, to say the least. As you can see, I got it down to this point, and if you go in between where the frame and the body, or this body piece is, you want to pry up on the AC line a little bit for it to roll over. To get it to this point though, you have to get it, flip it over to your passenger side, pull it to this, over this way, and then you have to pry up on this AC line a little bit and get it down to here. Now we're going to have to pry a little bit more just because it's hitting up against the exhaust at the moment, and it should fall out after that. This could have been done a lot easier if they would have just changed a few little things. See if I can get it to pry out straight. Oh, never mind, if you pull down on it, she'll pop out. Here is our mount. You can see where the rubber's starting to separate. Yeah, that's a joke of a way to do a motor mount. Let me go ahead and share y'all part numbers so I can take me a little break. Here is the one on the back side. This is an anchor one, 2862. And if you look over there, it says B2862. You can use either one. This one is power torque, that's all they have. Let's stop, get it out. B2934, power torque. Here is the new one, and it looks like it's going to be fun getting her back in. So let me kind of show y'all how I got this out. So it sits in here like this. You'll have to turn it right. So it sits in here like this. Little tab right there on the left. You have to pick it up and flip it this way. Then you're going to bring it over, flip it down, and pull it out the bottom. Sounds easy, it's not. So let's try to get this bad boy back up in here. This is going to be fun. Okay, we got it back to where we were. If I can get her shoved up in there. Might have to hit it to get it to go back up in there all the way. But let me get her back in here, and then I'll bring y'all back. We got everything back together. Torque specs are the same as the other side. 52 to 70 on the two upper ones. I did get the front one torque, could not get to the back one, so I just kind of went off my judgment and tightened it down to about as tight as I could on the front. So I kind of matched it just by feel, I guess you could say. The bottom nut's easy to get to, but yeah, I mean, it's right there on the bottom, and it is 75 to 102. So a little tip, you can pry right here in between the subframe and the body and give you a little bit more flex on there, because this bushing will move a little bit. Or I didn't think about it till after I finished it, you could lower the front of the subframe down a little bit and gain a lot better access. but it is a little bit more work. But like I said, this is it. I know I'm gonna get some concerns on me not showing how to pull that out completely, like all the way out. Just hard to film in there, and it's just hard to get in there and film. But this is putting these on. If y'all do have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comment section. I get to them as soon as possible. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, and as always, torque this tight, and y'all have a great day.